Court come to order. 215th District Court is now in session. Honorable Judge Gene Chambers presiding.
Gene Chambers, experienced, efficient, competent, fair. 38 years as a lawyer and judge. Gene Chambers, favored in the Houston Bar Association poll of lawyers more than 2-1 over his opponent. Gene Chambers will continue to serve the citizens of Harris County efficiently, competently, fairly, and with valued experience. Re-elect Gene Chambers, Judge, 215th District Court, Republican.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
Channel 2, KPRC TV. Now, Channel 2 News at 6 with Jan Carson, Bill Baeza, Doug Johnson, Craig Roberts, and the Channel 2 News team.
Good evening. Penelope Hatteras wants to offer a new service.
The former owner of a call girl service wants her new customers to leave the driving to her. Hatteras today asked for a limousine license. Paul Gonzalez reports on the hearing.
Penelope Hatteras arrived for her city hearing in her own stretch limousine. Inside was a room full of men, something in a former time she would have been delighted to see. But these were owners of other limousine services who were opposed to her getting a license.
We just want to make sure that from prior experiences, what we read in the paper, that she adheres by everything we have to adhere by.
In 1985, Hatteras was convicted of running an elaborate call girl service. She spent 2 years in the federal penitentiary in Fort Worth. She calls Club Fed.
I need all the protestants. I have a sheet for you to sign in.
There was no shortage of people who lined up to oppose Hatteras' limousine license.
I think they're a little intimidated by me. I don't think it's a fear of what I used to do. I think they're intimidated by me because I am successful, determined, and I'm very good in business.
When it was time to begin, Hatteras walked into the hostile group and forcefully stated her case. During the hearing, the other limo owners charged that Hatteras has already been doing business without a license. They also questioned what other services the convicted madam might offer from the back of her 2 stretch limos. But Hatteras insisted prostitution for her was a thing of the past. She claimed their opposition was more ego-related.
A woman trying to get into business like this, and especially this business, I mean, you're in this predominantly males, and it's going to be a very hard fight.
When she left, the people who spoke so vehemently against her all of a sudden smiled and said nice things. She left as she arrived, in style and full of fight. Paul Gonzalez, Channel 2 News.
The city will tell Hatteras within 15 days whether or not she will get her license to go into the limo business.
Police are searching for a man they call the Ninja Burglar because he can sneak into people's homes even when the people are there.
Johnson, Duke Fry, and the Channel 2 News team.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jan Carson. Ron Stone has the night off. Houston police are looking tonight for the man who has broken into more than 100 Houston area homes since August. Investigators have nicknamed this burglar Ninja because, as Bill Pounders reports, he operates quickly, quietly, and when residents are at home.
While Bill Wagner and his wife were asleep, someone entered their home through an attached garage. The couple didn't realize it until the next morning.
And he went through my billfold and didn't find no money, so he threw mine on the floor and dumped her purse out on the floor. Then he went through her Mercedes looking for stuff and left the keys in the back of the car and took off and went to the next house down the street.
And you slept through all of this?
All of it.
Investigators say the Ninja burglar tried to break in 12 homes on the same street the same night, succeeding in 4 attempts. He operated swiftly, quietly, and without being noticed while residents were asleep.
Well, the fact that he actually does this at nighttime burglaries, that's the most unusual thing. We're not accustomed to having people doing nighttime burglaries of residents with people at home. And being able to get in and out without people noticing him.
Police say the burglar enters the home at night because wallets and purses are left around when people are at home. In most cases, the Ninja burglar enters through an attached garage, a door with a small dog entrance, or an open window. Since August, there have been more than 100 Ninja-type burglaries. At first, the break-ins were centered in the Northwest area, but now are citywide.
Police believe there may be more than one Ninja burglar because 2 arrests have already been made, and the Ninja-type burglaries keep happening throughout the city.
In all the cases, the burglar is known to flee when confronted and simply moves to another home. Police are continuing their investigation, and in the meantime, in spite of good weather, they advise all residents to close their windows at night before going to sleep and secure all doors. Bill Pounders, Channel 2 News, Nightcast.
In one case, police say when the burglar entered the home, he went into the bedroom where the resident was asleep. The resident woke up, saw the suspect, thought it was a dream, and went back to sleep. An anonymous phone call led police to a $7 million drug bust tonight. Police uncovered 18 kilograms of cocaine, $5,000 in cash from a West Side home. 2 men at the house were arrested during the bust. Just blocks away in another home last month, police uncovered 52 kilograms of cocaine and $1 million in cash. An agent for the Environmental Protection Agency is fighting for his life tonight, 24 hours after he was shot walking into a Houston restaurant. A gunman walked up to Agent David DeLita and his partner last night and asked for their wallets. DeLita was shot twice in the abdomen as he reached for his pistol in an ankle holster. The suspect is described as a white or Hispanic male, 35 to 45 years old, 5'8", weighing around 160 pounds. He is still at large tonight. His victim, David DeLita, has undergone surgery 3 times since he was shot. His condition tonight said to be extremely critical. A huge crowd showed up tonight in Austin for the Democratic homestretch rally. Vice presidential candidate Lloyd Benson has come home to try and turn around the Texas vote. Jim Moore has the story from Austin.
There could be 2 reasons why Lloyd Benson has come home to Texas for the final week of the presidential campaign. One possibility is that the Democrats still think they can deliver an upset here.
We should be encouraged. We, the Democrats, our grain is coming up.
But today's homestretch rally may have another purpose. The cheers could be a plan to drown out the awful noise of defeat for the Democratic presidential ticket. Senator Benson might just be working to save his Senate seat now.
You surely don't believe that Lloyd Benson thinks that he's going to turn Texas around and carry it for Michael Dukakis.
The rally was held outside the LBJ Presidential Library. Lloyd Benson may spend all of the remaining 11 days of this campaign in Texas.
We're still a little behind. We're the underdogs, but the American people like underdogs that fight for what they believe in, and that's what we're doing.
The same polls that show Mr. Benson's running mate being defeated in Texas have good news for the senator. He leads his underfunded Republican opponent by at least 20 percentage points. And a new Democratic poll shows the Democrats have closed to 1 point in California.
And I'll tell you, the momentum is really moving our way.
To the Republicans, this will look like Lloyd Benson has come home to nurture wounds suffered during a faltering Democratic presidential campaign. But the Democrats see this as the beginning of a last-minute surge that will lead to a victory the pollsters and the pundits have said is impossible. Jim Moore, Channel 2 News, Austin.
With the election just 11 days away, one issue will be getting attention this weekend: abortion. Those opposed to it are planning massive protests in major U.S. cities tomorrow, including Houston. Tonight, both sides of the controversy warmed up to do battle, as Channel 2's Amy Huggins reports.
We're opposed to the crime of abortion. We're not opposed to the people.
Anti-abortion forces in Houston met to plan strategy for Saturday's demonstration.
Our role will be to block the entrance of the abortion chambers so that our sidewalk counselors outside will be able to counsel women who will therefore not be able to get into the building.
Outside, pro-choice supporters demonstrated their discontent.
We have no problem with them expressing their view. What we have a problem with is when they try to enforce their morality and their ideas on other people who don't happen to subscribe to that.
So far this year, 6,000 people opposed to abortion have been arrested in 28 cities. Participants here say they don't want to break the law, but a videotape played for anti-abortion forces tonight encouraged them to do just that.
Abortion is an atrocity, a barbaric atrocity, which cannot be tolerated. We must employ the use of civil disobedience to combat it.
No one wants the protests here to become violent.
Keep the protests prayerful, peaceful. It's going to be song-filled and prayer-filled.
Some think they'll be ugly nonetheless.
I hope not.
But looking at the way they've been acting in Atlanta, they are not very nice, and they do not respect the law.
Protest organizers won't say where their demonstrations in Houston will take place, but they're gathering at 7 tomorrow morning. Both sides promise to be there. Amy Huggins, Channel 2 News, Nightcast.
More than 100 people in 3 states were arrested today as the weekend protests got underway. Those 2 gray whales stranded in the Arctic ice swam to freedom in the open sea today, ending a $1 million rescue effort. At daybreak, rescue workers searched for the whales, but they were nowhere to be seen. A Soviet icebreaker helped get the whales free from the ice where they had been trapped for 3 long weeks. The rescue coordinator says he expects the whales to survive because of their strong will to live. But we may never know because biologists chose not to tag the whales before they swam off. Still to come tonight, a former Houston madam wants to offer a new service, this time with a limousine license. And bailouts and foreclosures make for a new mission in downtown Houston.
Tonight's Channel 2 News is brought to you in part by your Houston area Mitsubishi Motors dealers and Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages.
Mitsubishi. Money, 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 money. It's raining money at your Mitsubishi Motors dealer on new 88 Mitsubishis. Save up to $2,000 on cars that already are great values. Deals on Prius, over 60 standard features under $5,400. All the 88s must clear out to make room for 89s, like the incredible Galant, Japan's Car of the Year. So come into the rain now at your local Mitsubishi Motors dealer before it stops.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in yellow. The Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages. The one to call on for everything. Local utilities, recreation, where to shop, things to see and do. You name it, you'll find it in yellow. The fingertip facts section in front of your Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages. The one to call on for everything.
There's a whole lot of toys for a whole lot less. At Walmart Toyland, you'll find the best.
You'll find the toy you want at Walmart. Brand names at the lowest everyday prices. Great toys at great savings. Walmart has Cabbage Patch Dolls from Coleco, your child's favorite companions. Every one at a low Walmart price. For the latest toys, including Cabbage Patch Dolls, come to Walmart.
Walmart Toyland, a whole lot of toys for a whole lot less.
Only Crown has 30-minute emergency appliance service anywhere in Greater Houston. And there's never a service call charge at Crown, the fastest appliance service in town.
Fresh from a 2-year prison sentence, the former madam of an interstate call girl service says she's ready to go back into business, this time in the limousine business. Penelope Hatteras arrived in one of her stretch limos for a city hearing on her license today, but the owners of more than a dozen other limousine companies were there to oppose her. They fear that she'll establish limos of ill repute. But the former madam says she wants to provide first-class limousine service. What's first class?
I don't know how to exactly explain that, but doing little extra things for customers, like birthday cakes for birthdays, cards, using real crystal in the limousines.
The city has 15 days to decide if Hatteras gets her license to drive.
Maybe you thought the Romans didn't eat lunch. They did. Good lunch. Healthy. With fresh baked breads made from whole grain wheat and rye. Good then. Good now. In today's Roman meal. Great taste. Natural whole grain goodness. Make one meal a day a Roman meal.
It's not easy being little, so I'm glad you're there for me. Under your protection is a safe place to be. And when I take a tumble, or when I skin my knee, I'll be running home to you. That's where I want to be.
Nothing stays on better, so nothing protects better against dirt and germs than Band-Aid brand from Johnson & Johnson.
Under your protection is a very safe place to be.
Band-Aid brand, as protective as you are.
Bye, Mom. Don't be a stranger. She's gonna shine the floor with bright. Oh, well, Guess I'll watch the soaps while it dries.
Surprise, baby. That's Fast Dry Bright. You'll be back on your no-wax floor before you know it.
What's this? But it's too soon. Ooh, pretty. That's me. Look how shiny. And already dry. Wish I was.
Turn on a bright shine with Fast Dry Bright.
Mortgage, Bobby's dental bill.
Just as there are headaches.
And the car payment is overdue.
And headaches. There's aspirin. And there's aspirin. Anacin. Clinical tests show Anacin relieves headache pain better. Anacin's aspirin formula provides a more effective level of headache relief than regular aspirin. Better relief.
Feeling better, hun?
Not just better, better.
Anacin. Not just better, better.
Mopping the old-fashioned way can seem like the biggest job in the world. You need Light and Thirsty, the revolutionary mop from O Cedar. Light and Thirsty has durable cloth strips that absorb 20% more than ordinary mop strings. It wrings out with just a twist and even stands up to machine washing and drying. So if you'd like to cut your mopping chores down to size, try Light and Thirsty from O Cedar, the best mop you've ever used, or your money back.
Hi, guys. Left your favorite dinner, burgers and mac and cheese.
Hey, this isn't our usual macaroni and cheese.
Nope, it's Velveeta shells and cheese, and you're gonna love it.
How come, Dad?
Because it's made with real creamy Velveeta cheese sauce and not a powder, so it tastes creamier.
You know, this does taste creamier.
Yeah.
Velveeta shells and cheese taste creamier than any other macaroni and cheese.
Thanks, Mom.
Anytime, guys. Oh, and John, save some for me.
Whoops.
We're about to find out who keeps babies driest. Ultra Pampers Plus, Loves, or Kleenex Huggies Super Trim Diapers. And who gets the gold? Huggies Super Trim. Only Huggies has the dry touch system, a slim blue middle layer that funnels wetness into the padding and helps hold it away to keep babies drier than Pampers and Loves. Huggies, champion of the dryness games, and a victory for babies everywhere.
You miss her.
More than I imagined. I can't believe she's old enough to leave for college.
I can't believe you're old enough to be your mom. You're as beautiful today as the day she was born.
I take care of myself.
She eats right, exercises, and takes Geritol Complete with nearly twice the iron of ordinary supplements, all the vitamins and minerals you need, and now with beta-carotene.
She's got an exciting future.
So do we. Geritol Complete for the best years of your life.
I have a handsome new neighbor.
Oh, Mother.
A doctor. Oh, my. Here he is.
Hi.
Think fast. Think best savers with fast-acting mint crystals.
Dinner tomorrow?
Perfect.
Oh, oh, oh.
Not today.
Who's that kid with the Oreo cookie twisting off the crunchy chocolate, licking all the creamy middles? Oh, it's hard to hide the kid inside.
2 milks, please.
Eating an O-R-E-O.
Time's up.
I just started.
I just finished.
What?
The new first response pregnancy test.
While I brush?
5 minutes, so easy. White not pregnant, pink pregnant.
And where?
In the pink.
A baby?
New first response. Now 5 minutes easy.
Whether your taste is for rich, satisfying decaf, or if extra smooth Mountain Blend decaffeinated is the way to start your day, when you've found a naturally decaffeinated blend that tastes your way.
It's necessarily Nescafe.
Rich decaf or Mountain Blend decaffeinated. Only Nescafe gives you this choice.
Great coffee blends to taste away. That's necessarily Nescafe. I love your eyes. They're just my size. The way your hair hangs down there. But I love your skin the best. 'Cause it's Caress.
New Caress, now with even more bath oil. Caress leaves skin softer than soap can. If you love your skin, soften it. Caress it.
But I love your skin the best. 'Cause it's Caress.
Skin feels best when it's caressed.
Mama thinks it's special. How do I know? 'Cause my Skippy tells me so.
Of all the national brands, only Skippy has both high protein and less sugar.
Glad my mama put Skippy in our
Skippy for good nutrition.
My time for me. Something to do, something to see. My time, so don't talk to me. My time for me. Watching my soaps on ABC. My time, daytime on ABC.
Let's see now. Which Hershey's miniatures do we want today?
With 4 different tastes in every bag of Hershey's miniatures, there's a little something for everyone.
Try it. Feel the difference between Denorex and Head & Shoulders. Denorex tingles. Tells me it's doing more.
Both have dandruff medicine, but Denorex adds both an extra anti-itch medicine and conditioner, too.
Goodbye, Head & Shoulders. Hello, Denorex.
Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
To get close, I trust Arid Protection. And compared to any other leading solid, roll-on, or spray, this Arid is drier.
Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry. Beep, beep, quick! They're here! The cake to serve. Pillsbury, quick as can be. The microwave cake for anything.
Thank you, thank you.
Love it from the oven.
One life to live will continue in a moment.
You're so good at this.
What's the new car like? Use your imagination.
Date rape Thursday.
If you really want to lose weight, you can't beat the system. Nutrisystem.
For location nearest you, call 995-5000.
Today on Eyewitness News at 6.
A summary of the results of an investigation into the Harris County Children's Protective Services Agency. Also, in the wake of a major shakeup, the new board of the Mental Health Mental Retardation Agency holds its first meeting. And your nose may have already told you, but it's allergy season. We'll look at the ways sufferers can survive.
These stories and more today on Eyewitness News at 6 here on Channel 13.
This year, one Christmas card is rising above all ordinary cards. It's the Portrait Christmas card from Kmart, where you can get 42 portraits for $14.95. A big 10 by 13, 2 8 by 10s, 3 5 by 7s, 15 wallets, 6 new mini portraits, and 15 portrait Christmas cards. So hurry to Kmart and get 42 portraits, including the card that stands out. All for only $14.95.
The latest on Hurricane Gilbert today on Live at 5.
I'm very picky about what I feed my animals. I did my own test. I bought a can of what I normally give her and then the can of cow can. It looked actually very appetizing. The gravy was thick. The meat looked very chunky. There is a difference. She thinks it's great. She licks the dish clean. That is something this cat just has never done. I couldn't believe it. I changed my whole way of thinking. Okay, from now on, you get cow can.
More and more cat owners tell us their cats prefer a cow can.
What are you eating? Kicks. Is it good? What's in it? Chocolate? No. Marshmallows? Mm-mm. Is that surprise inside? Nope. Can I have some? Okay.
What Kix has is a corn crunch that kids like. And Kix is low in sugar. That's what moms like. Kix. Kid tested, mother approved.
Since the 50s, the look for lips has come a long way. Today, CoverGirl creates Soft Radiance, the light lipstick. Soft, sheer color and shine with a light, moist feel. Soft Radiance, new from CoverGirl.
Is your skin changing? Maybe it's time to change your makeup to one that actually improves the look and feel of your skin with special replenishers.
Replenishing makeup from CoverGirl.
It's a beautiful change for you and your skin.
Dexatrim's amazing. I lost weight without being hungry, and that never happened before.
Just one Dexatrim controls your appetite all day, and it's caffeine-free.
With Dexatrim, I wasn't hungry, I lost weight, and I feel great.
This itchy rash needs special treatment.
Maximum strength cortisone 5 with the medicine doctors recommend most gets under the itch for soothing relief and help in healing. See, the rash is gone. Use cortisone 5 with the medicine doctors recommend most.
I'd like to call the Seaver family meeting to order.
I move that we talk about how Mike conned Ben out of his room.
Carol, you have not been recognized. In fact, I'm not even sure that's you at all.
Growing pains. Then the competition begins.
Nightmare on Nerd Street.
Take one of those zippers off your jacket and stick it on your mouth.
Head of the class. And summer TV fare got you spooked.
Mother's had a facelift.
Watch the Emmy-winning Hooperman.
Oh.
After Growing Pains and Head of the Class, Wednesday.